The ocean, an endless expanse of liquid mystery covering over 70% of our planet's surface. From the sunlit waves that dance along the shore to the crushing darkness of the deep abyss, it is a world that has fascinated humanity for centuries. Beneath the surface lies a realm so alien, so profoundly different from the world we inhabit, that each dive, each expedition, peels back layers of secrets that challenge our very understanding of life itself. Here, sunlight fades within mere hundreds of meters, leaving a twilight zone where strange and luminous creatures drift, their bodies adapted to a world of perpetual dusk. Pressure mounts relentlessly, increasing with each meter, a silent force that would crush unprotected human explorers instantly. Yet life endures, thrives even, in forms so bizarre they seem to belong to another planet. Creatures with bioluminescent patterns that communicate in light, fish that glide through the water with transparent bodies, and predators whose teeth gleam like needles in the black water. The ocean is not just a habitat. It is a living archive of our planet's history. Sediments at the bottom hold clues to climates long past, to creatures long extinct, and even to the very formation of the Earth itself. Every expedition, every probe, every camera lowered into the abyss brings us closer to understanding this vast, enigmatic world. But with each answer comes a dozen more questions. How do some species survive without sunlight? What alien technologies of evolution have allowed life to flourish under such unimaginable conditions? Humanity's fascination with the deep is as old as civilization itself. Ancient mariners spoke of monstrous sea serpents, of cities lost beneath waves. Early divers, using primitive gear, glimpsed only fragments of what lies below. Today, with advanced submersibles and robotic explorers, we can venture further, see more clearly, and capture images that were once the stuff of legend. Yet the ocean remains, for all our technology, largely unexplored. More than 80% of it is unknown, a frontier more vast than any desert, jungle, or mountain range. From the colossal creatures that roam the mid-water zones to microbial life thriving in hydrothermal vents, the ocean's ecosystems are a testament to adaptability and survival. Each organism is a marvel of evolution, perfectly tuned to its niche. The anglerfish, with its luminous lure, waits patiently in the darkness for unsuspecting prey. The giant squid, a phantom of the deep, engages in battles with predators we rarely glimpse. And in the cold, black trenches, extremophiles flourish where oxygen is scarce, where temperatures plummet, and where pressures reach levels we cannot imagine enduring. But the ocean is not a static world. Currents swirl like rivers in the sky, transporting nutrients and sustaining life across vast distances. Seasonal migrations unfold in perfect synchrony, demonstrating intelligence that transcends human comprehension. Coral reefs, vibrant and teeming with color, hide delicate symbioses beneath their fragile structures. And yet, in places where light never penetrates, a quiet, slow drama unfolds. Scavengers feed on the rare detritus that drifts down from above. Predators hunt with an efficiency born of absolute darkness. And life exists in ways that challenge our assumptions about biology and resilience. As we embark on this journey into the depths, we will witness the unknown. We will travel to realms that few humans have ever seen, places where every shadow could conceal a new discovery, and every flicker of light may signal a life form unlike anything imagined. The ocean is a mirror of possibility, a reminder that our world is far more mysterious than it seems from the surface. And it is here in these unexplored waters that the next great revelations await, truths that will reshape our understanding of life, evolution, and the fragile balance that sustains our planet. Welcome to the Wonder Lab, the mysterious depths of the ocean. Here, every plunge is an encounter with the unknown, and every discovery is a glimpse into the profound complexity of life beneath the waves. The ocean's surface is deceiving. Its calm waves conceal a staggering complexity, a world beneath that most humans will never witness firsthand. As we descend from the sparkling sunlit waters into the dimly lit twilight zone, the environment transforms dramatically. Light fades rapidly, temperatures drop, and pressure increases by 1 atmosphere every 10 meters. Within this twilight, between 200 and 1,000 meters below the surface, life exists in a delicate balance, perfectly adapted to the limits of light and survival. Here, photosynthesis no longer powers life. Instead, survival depends on cunning, innovation, and efficiency. Creatures in this zone have evolved in ways that seem almost otherworldly. Many species are bioluminescent, creating light through chemical reactions in their bodies. This light serves multiple purposes. It lures prey, confuses predators, communicates with mates, and even camouflages the organism in a world where shadows are deadly. Consider the lanternfish, one of the most abundant vertebrates on Earth. Its small, silvery body hides an array of glowing photophores along its sides. These lights not only help it navigate the darkness, but also signal to others of its kind, forming enormous schools that shift like living clouds through the mid-water depths. Predators like the swordfish and tuna follow these schools, capitalizing on the lanternfish's predictable patterns. The dance between predator and prey in these depths is both brutal and beautifully choreographed, a testament to the intricate ecosystems that thrive beyond human sight. Beyond the lanternfish, the twilight zone hosts other astonishing adaptations. Some fish develop transparent bodies, rendering themselves nearly invisible to both predators and prey. Others have evolved elongated jaws and teeth angled backward, ensuring that once prey enters their mouths, escape is impossible. And then there are the colossal jellyfish, drifting with a ghostly elegance, capturing small organisms in their tentacles with an almost hypnotic grace. Yet, survival here is not solely a matter of light and predation. The physics of the environment shape life in fundamental ways. Pressure is relentless. It would crush an unprotected human instantly. But for the creatures that call these depths home, their bodies are a symphony of adaptations. Cellular membranes are specially structured, enzymes function under extreme conditions, and skeletal systems, if present, are uniquely flexible. Evolution in these regions has written a rulebook that seems alien to our own biology. The twilight zone is also a dynamic environment. Cold, oxygen-rich waters sink from the poles and push nutrients along vast underwater rivers. These currents sustain life across thousands of kilometers, ensuring that even in near darkness, organisms find food. Many species perform daily vertical migrations, rising hundreds of meters toward the surface under cover of night to feed, before retreating to safety in the abyss. This migration is among the largest movements of biomass on the planet, a rhythmic pulse connecting the deep ocean to the world above. Human exploration of the twilight zone has revealed only fragments of its grandeur. Early deep-sea trawls brought up creatures never before seen, some so bizarre that they seemed conjured from nightmares. Submersibles and ROVs have given us glimpses of vast schools of fish, glowing in synchronized patterns, as if orchestrated by some unseen conductor. High-definition cameras capture the bioluminescent ballet of squids and deep-sea crustaceans, revealing communication and hunting strategies that challenge our understanding of intelligence and instinct. But life here is fragile. Even slight shifts in temperature, oxygen levels, or acidity can ripple across these ecosystems, disrupting delicate balances established over millions of years. The twilight zone is not immune to human influence. Deep-sea fishing, plastic pollution, and climate change threaten these hidden realms. And yet, for all its vulnerability, the twilight zone remains one of the last frontiers of mystery on Earth. Within this darkened expanse, some of the ocean's most enigmatic predators roam. The viper fish, with its fang-like teeth, waits motionless, striking with unerring precision. The hatchet fish, flattened and silvered, uses its reflective body to vanish from sight, a living shadow in a shadowy world. And deeper still, giant squids, creatures almost mythic in reputation, navigate the depths with intelligence and power, engaging in battles with sperm whales that few humans have witnessed. These encounters remind us that the ocean is not a passive environment. It is alive, violent, and endlessly inventive. As we continue our descent, we reach zones that test the limits of imagination. Hydrothermal vents, spewing scalding water laden with minerals, form oases of life in an otherwise barren seafloor. Here, chemosynthetic bacteria convert sulfur into energy, supporting entire ecosystems that include tube worms, clams, and shrimp, all thriving without sunlight. Life here does not rely on the sun at all, proving that energy can be derived from the Earth itself. The vent communities are among the most extreme, most alien ecosystems on the planet, yet they flourish, defying conventional notions of habitability. The twilight zone is not merely a region of darkness. It is a crucible of evolution, innovation, and adaptation. Every species tells a story of survival against impossible odds. Every flicker of bioluminescence, every fleeting shadow, is a testament to the complexity of life beneath the waves. And as humans push further, as technology allows us to explore more of these hidden depths, we come face to face with a truth. The ocean is not a static backdrop to life on Earth. It is a living, breathing entity, dynamic, mysterious, and profoundly interconnected with our own existence. The journey has just begun. Below the twilight zone lies the midnight zone, where light never penetrates and where pressure, cold, and darkness reach extremes that seem insurmountable. Yet, even here, life endures, evolving in forms that defy imagination. The deeper we venture, the more the ocean reveals its secrets, and the more we realize how much remains unknown. As we descend beyond the twilight zone, sunlight disappears entirely. Welcome to the midnight zone, a realm where darkness is absolute, stretching from 1,000 meters down to nearly 4,000 meters. Here, the ocean is cold, near freezing, and the pressure is crushing, hundreds of times greater than at the surface. Life exists in scarcity, and yet it persists, adapted to extremes that challenge human imagination. In this pitch-black environment, the usual rules of survival are rewritten. No plants grow here. No photosynthesis occurs. Life depends entirely on food drifting down from above, on the carcasses of creatures that once thrived near the surface, or on chemosynthetic processes at the rare hydrothermal vents. Many animals here have evolved energy-efficient metabolisms, able to survive long periods without food, sometimes months at a time. Predation is brutal and slow. The anglerfish, a master of darkness, dangles its luminous lure in front of its massive jaws. Unaware prey are drawn to the glow, only to be consumed in an instant. Some anglerfish species are so sexually dimorphic that males are mere parasites, permanently fusing to the larger female's body to ensure reproduction. This extreme adaptation exemplifies how life in the midnight zone is dictated by the scarcity of opportunity. Rather than abundance, bioluminescence dominates here, more than anywhere else on Earth. From glowing red eye spots to flickering photophores along the body, light is both weapon and shield. The dragonfish, for instance, emits red light invisible to most of its prey, hunting stealthily while remaining undetectable. Similarly, the viperfish, with its extendable jaw and fang-like teeth, waits patiently in the inky water for the rare chance to capture passing prey. Transparency and black pigmentation are common camouflage strategies. Some creatures, like the giant squid's paralarvae, are nearly invisible. Others, like the deep-sea hatchetfish, use reflective bodies to vanish against faint light filtering from above. In this zone, being unseen can mean survival, and natural selection has optimized every organism to the darkness. Movement here is often slow, conserving energy in a world where hunting is uncertain. But some species, like the giant squid, are exceptions. Ambush predators capable of bursts of incredible speed. The squid's enormous eyes, among the largest in the animal kingdom, can detect even faint glimmers of bioluminescent prey, giving them an advantage in the endless night. The seafloor in this zone is a rugged landscape of abyssal plains, underwater mountains, and trenches. Here, scavengers like the grenadiers and deep-sea crabs roam endlessly, feeding on anything that drifts from above. Even the detritus falling from the upper layers, called marine snow, supports intricate food webs. This constant rain of organic matter is life itself, sustaining creatures adapted to extreme endurance and opportunistic feeding. Hydrothermal vents continue to amaze in the midnight zone. Towering chimneys spew mineral-rich water, supporting life independent of sunlight. Giant tube worms anchor themselves to these vents, housing symbiotic bacteria that convert sulfur into usable energy. Entire ecosystems thrive around these vents, and yet they exist in isolation, revealing nature's resilience and ingenuity. Pressure here is extreme. Many deep-sea creatures have evolved flexible skeletons, cartilaginous structures, and gelatinous bodies to withstand the immense weight of water above. Enzymes and cellular structures function optimally under pressure, allowing life to survive where it would instantly crush humans. Every adaptation tells a story of evolutionary creativity honed over millions of years. Even the microbes of the midnight zone are remarkable. They play a crucial role in nutrient cycling, breaking down organic matter, and sustaining the higher food web. Bacteria living in symbiosis with deep-sea animals, such as the vent shrimp or tube worms, form an invisible backbone of life in a world defined by scarcity. Exploration of the midnight zone has been limited, but ROVs and manned submersibles have revealed breathtaking spectacles, vast shoals of bioluminescent fish moving like ghostly waves, colossal jellyfish drifting silently, and the eerie glow of alien-like crabs and lobsters. Each expedition uncovers previously unknown species, reminding us how little we truly understand this world. Even in darkness, communication and reproduction flourish. Many species rely on bioluminescent signals to attract mates. Others use vibrations or chemical cues. Life here has evolved intricate methods to ensure continuity, defying the perception that the midnight zone is a lifeless void. Yet threats are encroaching. Deep-sea mining, climate-driven changes in ocean circulation, and pollution now touch these remote regions. Human activities, however distant they may seem, can ripple into the abyss, disrupting ecosystems that have evolved in relative stability for millennia. Conservation in these zones is as crucial as it is challenging. As we descend further, beyond the midnight zone lies the Hadal zone, the trenches and deepest reaches of the ocean. Pressures reach extreme levels, temperatures hover just above freezing, and life becomes rarer but never absent. Creatures here redefine what it means to survive, demonstrating nature's boundless adaptability. The midnight zone is a world of extremes, where darkness dominates, and life adapts in ways that defy comprehension. Every flicker of light, every rare movement, every adaptation tells a story of survival against overwhelming odds. As humans explore further, we realize that the ocean is not just a frontier of geography, but of imagination itself. As we descend beyond the midnight zone, sunlight has long vanished, and the ocean becomes a realm of perpetual twilight. Welcome to the abyssal zone, stretching from 4,000 to 6,000 meters below the surface. Here, pressure is immense, temperatures hover near freezing, and life has evolved in extraordinary ways to survive the harshest conditions on Earth. The abyssal plains dominate this part of the ocean, vast, featureless expanses of mud, sand, and detritus. Yet, despite their apparent barrenness, these plains teem with life, much of it strange and alien to human perception. The creatures that inhabit this realm often exhibit gigantism, growing far larger than their shallow water relatives, a phenomenon known as deep-sea gigantism. Among the giants, the giant squid has long fascinated humans. With tentacles reaching up to 13 meters, massive eyes adapted to detect the faintest glimmers of bioluminescent prey, and a beak capable of slicing through smaller cephalopods. This creature is the ultimate predator of the abyss. Yet it is rarely seen, making every encounter a remarkable event in deep-sea exploration. Even more mysterious are the colossal jellyfish and siphonophores, some stretching dozens of meters in length. These drifting giants move with slow, graceful undulations, seemingly ethereal in the dark waters. Despite their delicate appearance, they play critical roles in the deep-sea food web, capturing plankton and smaller fish that descend from higher layers. Adaptation is the rule in the abyssal zone. Many species are soft-bodied, with reduced skeletal structures to withstand immense pressure. Some, like the sea cucumbers and brittle stars, have elongated forms, allowing them to sift through sediment for microscopic nutrients. Others, such as the abyssal grenadiers, have developed acute sensory systems to detect vibrations, ensuring they can locate food in total darkness. Predation here is a slow, deliberate affair. Energy is precious, and creatures cannot afford the waste of high-speed chases. The grenadiers, for instance, rely on ambush and scavenging strategies, while some anglerfish species extend their bioluminescent lures over meters to entice prey into a deadly trap. Scavenging is central to life in the abyss. The carcasses of whales and large fish, known as whale falls, create temporary oases of life, supporting complex ecosystems. Crabs, amphipods, hagfish, and deep-sea worms converge, consuming the organic bounty. Entire successional stages unfold over decades, with different species colonizing the fallen whale in sequence, each adapted to specific phases of decay. Hydrothermal vents, though rarer in the abyssal plains than in the shallower midnight zone, continue to sustain unique life forms. Giant tube worms, clams, and vent crabs rely on symbiotic bacteria that convert minerals into energy, creating pockets of life in an otherwise inhospitable expanse. These vent ecosystems reveal the astonishing creativity of evolution, thriving independently of sunlight. Gigantism in abyssal creatures is not limited to squids or jellyfish. Certain amphipods, isopods, and deep-sea shrimp far exceed the sizes of their shallow-water relatives. Scientists theorize that slow metabolism, cold temperatures, and the need to traverse large distances in search of scarce food contribute to this phenomenon. Every organism is built for endurance, able to survive long periods without sustenance. Even in this desolate zone, bioluminescence continues to play a role. Many abyssal fish produce faint glows, enough to communicate, attract mates, or lure prey. Some species emit short flashes, while others illuminate their entire bodies. This subtle light is the language of the abyss, conveying messages that ensure survival in complete darkness. The seafloor is a landscape of contrasts. Flat plains stretch for miles, interrupted by undersea mountains, canyons, and trenches. Each geological feature hosts specialized communities, from sponge fields to coral-like deep-sea structures. Creatures often congregate around these features, exploiting currents and sediments that deliver rare nutrients. Microbial life remains a foundation of this ecosystem. Bacteria in sediment and around vent communities recycle nutrients, sustain symbiotic relationships, and drive chemical processes essential for higher life. Without these unseen workers, the abyssal plains would be lifeless wastelands. Exploration has revealed astonishing behaviors. The gulper eel, with its expandable jaw, can swallow prey half its size, while the anglerfish employs remarkable sexual dimorphism to ensure reproduction in a sparse population. Even the giant squid, though rarely observed alive, displays social and predatory behaviors that challenge our understanding of deep-sea ecology. The abyssal zone is also home to extreme longevity. Many invertebrates, such as certain sponges and corals, live for centuries, growing slowly in an environment where patience is survival. Evolution in this zone favors endurance over speed, efficiency over abundance. Human encroachment, though limited compared to shallower waters, poses new threats. Deep-sea mining and pollution may disrupt fragile ecosystems, some of which have remained stable for millennia. Conservation of these remote giants is essential, for their loss would be irreversible and profoundly impact the global ocean as we prepare to descend further into the Hadal trenches beyond 6,000 meters. We leave behind the giants and mysteries of the abyss. Life grows rarer, adaptations even more extreme, and the ocean reveals yet another layer of complexity. The abyssal plains are a testament to resilience, ingenuity, and the remarkable ways life has conquered darkness, pressure, and scarcity. Here, in the deep, humanity glimpses not just the limits of biology, but the vast possibilities of adaptation, where every organism is a marvel of evolution and survival. Beyond the abyssal plains lies the most extreme and least explored region of the ocean, the Hadal zone, plunging from 6,000 meters to the very bottom of the deepest trenches. In this realm, darkness is absolute. Temperatures are barely above freezing, and pressures exceed 1,000 times that at sea level, crushing almost everything unadapted that dares to enter. The trenches themselves are dramatic landscapes, narrow, elongated valleys carved into the Earth's crust, sometimes descending nearly 11,000 meters. The Mariana Trench, the deepest known point, is a world of eternal night and crushing pressure where life exists against all odds. Despite these harsh conditions, the Hadal zone hosts specialized life forms, many unknown to science. Creatures here exhibit extreme adaptations. Their cellular structures contain compounds preventing crushing by pressure, while membranes remain fluid at near freezing temperatures. Enzymes work efficiently in cold, and metabolic rates are remarkably low to conserve energy. Among the most enigmatic residents are the Hadal amphipods, giant shrimp-like scavengers, sometimes reaching lengths of 30 centimeters, far larger than their shallow water cousins. They traverse trench walls, feeding on detritus falling from above and dominate the sparse food web. Observations reveal their resilience. They survive on minimal resources for months, even years. Predation is rare but intense. The cusk eels and snailfish are apex hunters in these trenches. Snailfish, for instance, possess soft, gelatinous bodies, allowing them to withstand extreme pressure, and their jaws and teeth are perfectly adapted for catching the few small prey that inhabit the trench. Every hunt is an energy investment carefully calculated by evolution. Life in the Hadal trenches often revolves around marine snow, a slow drift of organic matter from the upper ocean. This perpetual snowfall sustains communities, from bacteria and worms to amphipods and snailfish. Even a single piece of detritus can spark intense competition, driving unique behaviors unseen elsewhere. Microbial life dominates at the base of the food chain. Specialized bacteria feed on chemical compounds leached from sediments, creating microhabitats that support larger species. Some trenches also contain chemosynthetic bacteria similar to those near hydrothermal vents, providing energy independent of sunlight. Adaptations here are extreme. Many organisms are transparent or lightly pigmented, conserving energy while avoiding predators in the permanent dark. Bioluminescence is rare but highly strategic, used to attract mates or lure prey over short distances. Reproduction is challenging, so species often produce fewer but more robust offspring to ensure survival. Even in near-total isolation, life exhibits astonishing diversity. Worms, crustaceans, and small fish display intricate behaviors, including scavenging in groups, burrowing into sediment for protection, and utilizing trench microcurrents to move efficiently. Energy efficiency is a recurring theme. Speed is less important than endurance. Some trenches host unique species found nowhere else on Earth. These endemic communities evolve independently over millennia, shaped by isolation, pressure, and scarcity. Each trench is a microcosm, a laboratory of evolution operating under extreme conditions. Geological features like submarine landslides and trench walls provide habitats and corridors for life. Creatures cling to sediments, rocks, and cliffs, exploiting crevices for shelter. Even small variations in trench topography can create localized ecosystems, with distinct communities separated by just a few kilometers. Occasionally, larger carrion from the surface reaches these depths, supporting temporary bursts of life. Crustaceans and scavenging fish swarm these rare events, consuming the organic bounty methodically. Entire food chains emerge around these ephemeral resources, revealing the interconnectedness of ocean layers, from sunlit surface to Hadal abyss. The Hadal zone also challenges human exploration. Submersibles endure crushing pressure, limited visibility, and extreme cold. Yet every expedition uncovers new species, strange behaviors, and profound adaptations that defy previous assumptions about the limits of life. Life here embodies the concept of survival at the edge, fragile, persistent, and extraordinarily specialized. It reminds us that Earth's biosphere extends far beyond the reach of sunlight, that life thrives not just where it is easy, but where it is almost impossible. As we prepare to ascend, leaving the Hadal trenches behind, we carry knowledge of resilience, adaptation, and the remarkable ingenuity of evolution. These depths are a testament to life's relentless pursuit of survival, even in the most forbidding corners of our planet. Above the dark abysses of the Hadal trenches lies the mesopelagic zone, often called the twilight zone of the ocean. Between 200 and 1,000 meters, sunlight dwindles to faint ethereal rays, creating a world where visibility is limited, and survival depends on cunning adaptation and an intricate understanding of light and shadow. The twilight zone is a place of constant tension. It is neither fully illuminated nor fully dark, a liminal space where predators and prey interact in delicate equilibrium. Here, energy is scarce. The creatures that dwell within must optimize every movement, every bite, every breath. One of the most remarkable adaptations in this zone is bioluminescence. Flashing lights, glowing lures, and subtle glimmers are the currency of life. Midwater predators, such as the anglerfish, possess elaborate bioluminescent appendages attracting prey with flickering lights that mimic smaller organisms. Some species use counter-illumination, glowing on their undersides to match the faint light from above, rendering them invisible to hunters below. Vertical migration defines much of the twilight zone's life. As night falls, countless species, from lanternfish to krill, ascend toward the surface to feed, taking advantage of darkness to avoid predators. By dawn, they descend, disappearing into the depths to digest their meals in relative safety. This daily journey, known as the largest animal migration on Earth, drives global carbon transport and maintains oceanic nutrient cycles. Predation in this dimly lit world is a game of patience and precision. Hatchet fish, with their thin, reflective bodies, become near-invisible silhouettes, while squid use jet propulsion to ambush or evade. Life is governed by energy efficiency. Speed is costly, stealth is rewarded. Some species display remarkable camouflage. Transparent skin, silvered scales, and reflective surfaces blend with the surrounding dim waters. Eyes are often large, adapted to detect the slightest glimmer of bioluminescence. Even subtle differences in wavelength can reveal the presence of prey or predator. The twilight zone also harbors giant squid, rarely seen by humans, yet dominating their midwater hunting grounds. These elusive predators glide silently, sensing vibrations and light with acute precision. Their tentacles, lined with powerful suckers, exemplify evolution's ingenuity, capable of capturing swift or slippery prey in a few calculated seconds. Microorganisms and plankton create the foundation of the food web. Tiny crustaceans, copepods, and small fish rely on drifting particles from above and photosynthetic detritus. Bacteria recycle nutrients, supporting secondary consumers, which in turn fuel larger predators. Every link in this chain is optimized for survival in scarcity. The twilight zone is also a place of behavioral complexity. Some species form temporary schools, coordinated to confuse predators or improve hunting efficiency. Others migrate independently, each following evolutionary instincts honed over millennia. In the absence of light, chemical cues, mechanosensory perception, and bioluminescent signals become essential communication tools. Seasonal variations bring profound changes. During plankton blooms, midwater species experience surges of food, triggering reproductive events, rapid growth, and temporary aggregations. In lean periods, survival depends on minimal energy expenditure, opportunistic feeding, and the ability to endure hunger for extended periods. Despite its obscurity, the twilight zone is intimately connected to the rest of the ocean. Nutrients and organic material descending from the sunlit surface sustain deep-sea communities, while vertical migrations link surface and mid-water layers, transferring energy across vast distances. This dynamic interplay reveals a hidden network of life, invisible to casual observation, yet critical for the planet's ecological balance. Exploring this zone challenges human ingenuity. Submersibles, ROVs, and deep-sea cameras uncover fleeting glimpses of life, revealing behaviors previously unknown. Each expedition illuminates the extraordinary adaptations that allow life to flourish where light fades but survival persists. The twilight zone, though dimly lit, is a realm of astonishing biodiversity, intricate strategies, and relentless adaptation. It reminds us that the ocean is more than a surface landscape. It is a vertical tapestry of survival where every meter of depth offers a unique story of life against the odds. Beneath the twilight zone lies a world of utter darkness, stretching thousands of meters below the sunlit surface. The abyssal plains cover nearly 50% of the Earth's surface, a vast, flat expanse of mud, silt, and scattered rock. Temperatures hover just above freezing, and pressures exceed 400 times that of the surface. In this inhospitable environment, life persists, astonishingly diverse and resilient. Here, light is absent. Sight becomes almost irrelevant, replaced by keen mechanosensory perception, chemoreception, and bioluminescence. Every movement, every pulse of energy is measured, deliberate, and often hidden from view. Survival depends not only on adaptation, but on ingenuity at a molecular and behavioral level. Giant amphipods, abyssal holothurians, and brittle stars dominate the benthic landscape. These creatures crawl, scuttle, and drift across the sediment, scavenging organic material slowly descending from the surface. Known as marine snow, this detritus forms the backbone of the abyssal food web. Despite its sparse availability, organisms have evolved incredible efficiency in digesting and storing nutrients. Predation here is subtle but relentless. Deep-sea fish, often small and elongated, glide silently in search of prey. Many employ highly specialized jaws capable of swallowing organisms larger than themselves. Viperfish with hinged jaws and fang-like teeth exemplify this extreme adaptation. They wait in darkness, sensing faint vibrations or bioluminescent signals to strike with precision. One of the most fascinating adaptations in the abyssal plains is extreme pressure tolerance. Cellular structures, membranes, and enzymes are uniquely suited to withstand crushing forces. Proteins are stabilized and gas-filled spaces minimized, ensuring that life persists even under conditions that would obliterate surface organisms. Chemosynthetic ecosystems also thrive in certain pockets of the abyss. Around hydrothermal vents, black smokers release mineral-rich, superheated water, supporting communities independent of sunlight. Tube worms, clams, and extremophile bacteria harness chemical energy from sulfur compounds, forming the foundation for diverse vent-based food webs. Here, survival is not tied to photosynthesis, but to chemical ingenuity. Mobility in the abyssal plains is limited but purposeful. Many species are sedentary, ambush predators or opportunistic scavengers, waiting months between meals. Others, like the elusive cusk eels and deep-sea cephalopods, roam larger territories in search of scarce prey, navigating through complete darkness using highly refined sensory systems. Life here also exhibits remarkable longevity. Deep-sea corals and sponges grow slowly, living for centuries, sometimes millennia. Their slow metabolic rates are a reflection of the scarcity and extreme conditions. Yet they form essential habitats for smaller organisms, creating micro-ecosystems on the plains. Even reproduction is adapted to the abyss. Many species rely on external fertilization, while others, like certain anglerfish, have evolved parasitic mating, where males fuse to females permanently, ensuring reproduction in a vast, sparsely populated environment. The challenges of finding a mate in darkness have driven some of the ocean's most extraordinary evolutionary solutions. Bioluminescence remains a critical tool. In a world devoid of sunlight, the faint glow of a predator or prey can mean the difference between life and death. Signals are species-specific. Flash patterns, intensity, and wavelength convey information about identity, intent, or readiness to mate. These glowing cues create a hidden language, invisible to human eyes, but essential for survival. Human exploration of the abyssal plains is recent and limited. Remotely operated vehicles and deep-sea submersibles reveal ephemeral glimpses of life, capturing behavior, feeding, and adaptations that challenge our understanding of biology. Each descent uncovers new species, reminding us that the ocean's darkest depths remain among the least explored environments on Earth. The abyssal plains, though seemingly desolate, are a theater of extraordinary adaptations, where life has conquered cold, pressure, and darkness through resilience and ingenuity. From the tiniest scavenger to the most formidable predator, each organism contributes to a complex hidden web of survival, a testament to evolution's unyielding creativity. Between the sunlit surface and the abyss lies a world of half-light, a dimly illuminated realm known as the mesopelagic zone, or more evocatively, the twilight zone. Extending roughly from 200 to 1,000 meters beneath the ocean's surface, this environment is neither fully illuminated nor completely dark. Light filters down in ghostly shades of blue, fading gradually into black. Here, life must constantly negotiate the delicate balance between visibility and invisibility, predator and prey. The twilight zone is home to the ocean's most elusive travelers. Lanternfish, the most abundant vertebrates on Earth, dominate these depths. Their tiny bodies emit faint bioluminescent glows, used for camouflage through counter-illumination, matching the faint light from above to erase their silhouettes from predators below. Their nightly migrations toward the surface link the mesopelagic to the epipelagic, forming the largest daily biomass movement on the planet. Other inhabitants include hatchetfish, bristlemouths, and dragonfish, each exhibiting extraordinary adaptations. Eyes are large, sensitive, and often tubular, optimized to detect the faintest flashes of light or the glimmer of bioluminescent prey. Jaws are elongated, teeth sharp, and mouths capable of engulfing surprisingly large prey. Survival here is not just about hunting. It is about mastering deception, hiding, and striking at precisely the right moment. Bioluminescence is the twilight zone's currency. Predators and prey alike rely on it for communication, camouflage, and predation. Some species display intricate patterns of light on their bodies, producing flashes, glows, or blinking sequences to confuse predators or lure prey. In this dimly lit world, vision is both a blessing and a vulnerability. A single misjudged flash can betray a hunter's presence, inviting deadly retaliation. Migration is a defining behavior in the zone. Each night, countless organisms ascend toward the surface, feeding on plankton-rich waters, only to retreat to the darkness by daybreak. This vertical migration is the largest on Earth, moving billions of tons of biomass and playing a crucial role in the ocean's carbon cycle, as organic material is transported from surface waters to the deep. The twilight zone is also home to extraordinary predators. Gulper eels, fangtooths, and viperfish employ patience, camouflage, and speed. Their hunting strategies are slow and deliberate, relying on enhanced sensory perception. Many possess photophores along their bodies, using light not only for hunting, but for confusing attackers or signaling to potential mates. Each predator is a study in efficiency, shaped by the scarcity and darkness of its environment. Reproduction in the mesopelagic zone is equally fascinating. Many species exhibit sexual dimorphism, with females larger than males, to maximize reproductive output. Some anglerfish species employ parasitic males, fusing permanently to ensure reproduction in a world where encounters are rare. Others release bioluminescent signals to attract mates across vast distances, a glowing invitation in a darkened realm. Life here is a delicate dance between energy conservation and survival. Food is scarce and unpredictable. Every hunt and movement is a calculation. Creatures have evolved slow metabolisms, opportunistic feeding habits, and the ability to endure long periods of scarcity. Some species consume prey larger than themselves, employing elastic jaws and expandable stomachs, a testament to the relentless ingenuity of evolution. Humans have only recently begun to explore this zone. Deep-sea submersibles, ROVs, and advanced sonar technologies reveal a staggering diversity of life previously invisible to us. Every descent uncovers new species, behavior patterns, and interactions, illuminating the hidden dynamics of an ocean realm that connects the surface to the deep. The twilight zone, caught between light and darkness, is a world of perpetual tension, where survival depends on stealth, deception, and adaptation. Each flicker of light, each movement, tells a story of evolution's resourcefulness, a world where life thrives despite scarcity and the constant threat of predation. Beneath even the twilight zone, where sunlight has long vanished, lie the Hadal Trenches, the deepest, most remote regions of our oceans. Named after Hades, the Greek god of the underworld, these trenches reach depths exceeding 10,000 meters. Here pressures soar to over 1,000 times that at the surface. Temperatures hover near freezing, and nutrients are scarce. Yet life persists, defying the extremes of physics and biology. The Hadal realm is defined by isolation and specialization. Organisms here have evolved extraordinary adaptations to withstand crushing pressure. Cell membranes, proteins, and enzymes are uniquely structured to maintain functionality where lesser life forms would be flattened. Many Hadal species are soft-bodied, minimizing rigid structures that could collapse under immense pressure. Despite the harsh conditions, the trenches teem with life. Hadal amphipods, shrimp-like crustaceans, dominate the benthic communities. Some species grow astonishingly large, a phenomenon known as deep-sea gigantism, likely a combination of cold temperatures, high pressure, and abundant detritus from above. These scavengers feast on marine snow, the continuous fall of organic material from surface waters, from plankton carcasses to discarded exoskeletons, forming a delicate, invisible food web. Predation is subtle and relentless. Deep-sea fish, like the cusk eels and specialized snailfish, navigate the trenches with minimal energy expenditure. Many have reduced skeletal structures and enhanced sensory organs to detect vibrations in the water, allowing them to hunt in near-total darkness. Bioluminescence is less common than in the mesopelagic zone, but still present in some species, used sparingly as a means of communication or ambush. The trenches are also laboratories of evolution. Many species exhibit unique reproductive strategies. Eggs may develop slowly over years, with larvae adapted to survive scarce resources. Some species display brood care, a rare trait in deep-sea life, where parents protect their young in the harsh abyss until they are capable of independent survival. Geology shapes life in the Hadal zone. Trenches are formed by subduction zones, where tectonic plates collide and one plate is forced beneath another. This movement creates rugged topography, abyssal walls, slopes, and isolated basins that influence currents, sediment deposition, and ecological niches. Hydrothermal activity, though rare at these depths, occasionally introduces chemical-rich plumes, supporting localized communities that thrive on chemosynthesis rather than photosynthesis. Exploration of the Hadal zone has only just begun. Deep submergence. Vehicles, DSVs, and remotely operated vehicles, ROVs, have captured astonishing images. Translucent snailfish, eyeless crustaceans, and predatory worms adapted to this extreme realm. Each dive reveals new species, behaviors, and survival strategies that challenge our understanding of what life can endure. The trenches are also crucial to global processes. Organic matter descending from surface waters feeds deep-sea communities, while trench sediments trap carbon, acting as a long-term carbon sink that influences the planet's climate. Life in these depths is intertwined with the broader oceanic ecosystem, despite the vast physical distance. In the Hadal trenches, life thrives in isolation and darkness, sculpted by extremes that would annihilate most other organisms. Each creature tells a story of resilience, adaptation, and the relentless will to survive in one of Earth's final frontiers. In the depths beyond the Hadal trenches lies the abyssal plain, an endless expanse of darkness and pressure stretching thousands of kilometers across the ocean floor. Here, life slows to a rhythm dictated by scarcity, adaptation, and survival. Among these desolate depths dwell the giants of the abyss, creatures that challenge our imagination, not through beauty or color but sheer size, function, and mystery. A striking feature of deep-sea life is gigantism, a phenomenon where many species grow far larger than their shallow water relatives. The reasons are multifaceted. Cold temperatures slow metabolism, low predation pressures favor larger sizes, and abundant detritus falling from above provides enough energy to sustain these oversized forms. Abyssal amphipods, sometimes twice the size of surface species, navigate the sediments, scavenging tirelessly. Their sheer numbers indicate a complex hidden ecosystem where even the smallest creatures play critical roles. Predatory giants roam these shadowed plains. Giant squid, once the stuff of sailor legends, use enormous tentacles to grasp prey in the eternal dark. Colossal isopods, armored and slow-moving, are scavengers of immense proportion, able to consume carcasses far larger than themselves. These giants operate on patience and precision, a stark contrast to the frenetic hunting behaviors of shallower predators. The abyssal giants are not only scavengers, but ecosystem engineers. As they move, burrow, and feed, they disturb sediments, redistribute nutrients, and create microhabitats for smaller organisms. This activity fosters biodiversity in an otherwise featureless environment. Even the smallest of creatures benefit from the giant's presence, forming complex, interdependent communities. Adaptation in the abyss is extreme. Eyes may be oversized or absent entirely, replaced by enhanced tactile or chemical sensing. Bioluminescence serves varied purposes, attracting mates, luring prey, or camouflaging against the faint light from above. Some species have transparent bodies, rendering them nearly invisible, while others are armored, flexible, or gelatinous. All strategies to withstand crushing pressure and scarce resources. Reproduction in the abyss is equally extraordinary. Deep-sea anglerfish, for example, exhibit sexual parasitism where the tiny male fuses permanently to the female, ensuring reproduction in a landscape where encounters are rare. Other species lay eggs that develop slowly over years, with larvae adapted to survive drifting in a nutrient-poor environment before settling into the abyssal depths. Even the largest creatures are part of the detrital food web, sustained by the slow rain of marine snow from the sunlit layers above. Every particle of organic material matters, creating invisible highways of energy that link surface waters to the deepest trenches. The abyssal giants' feeding behaviors, migratory patterns, and interactions shape these pathways, often without scientists witnessing them directly. Human exploration of the abyssal giants has just scratched the surface. Deep submergence vehicles reveal astonishing behaviors, a squid capturing prey with precision in total darkness, a giant isopod pausing mid-scavenge as if sensing the approaching observer, or a bioluminescent fish communicating silently in the black void. Each encounter uncovers secrets that challenge what we thought possible in life's endurance. The abyssal giants remind us that size, resilience, and adaptability are keys to survival in Earth's most extreme habitats. They are silent sentinels of the deep, guardians of ecosystems beyond human comprehension, and living testaments to life's relentless drive. Beyond the abyssal giants and Hadal trenches lies a world still largely unexplored, a domain that has remained almost unchanged for millions of years. The deep ocean is the ultimate frontier, a place where light never penetrates, pressure is immense, and temperatures hover just above freezing. Yet, life thrives, adapts, and evolves in ways that continue to astonish scientists. Exploration of these remote depths has accelerated in the 21st century with the advent of advanced submersibles, remotely operated vehicles, and autonomous drones. These technologies allow humanity to venture into regions once considered unreachable, revealing landscapes that resemble alien worlds. Hydrothermal vents spew scalding mineral-rich fluids, forming towering chimneys that sustain unique ecosystems independent of sunlight. Cold seeps provide nutrients for microbial mats, which in turn feed unusual communities of shrimp, worms, and fish, forming a delicate web of life in total darkness. Despite technological progress, vast areas remain untouched. Trench systems like the Mariana, Tonga, and Kermadec are almost entirely unexplored. Each expedition uncovers new species, bizarre forms of life that challenge existing classifications. Transparent fish, gelatinous predators, and bioluminescent hunters hint at evolutionary pathways we barely understand. These discoveries underscore the ocean's role as a living archive, preserving species and ecosystems that may have existed for millions of years. The deep ocean also holds clues to Earth's climate history. Sediments collected from the abyssal plains contain microscopic fossils and chemical signatures that allow scientists to reconstruct past ocean temperatures, currents, and carbon cycles. This information is critical to understanding how life on Earth has adapted to environmental changes and how it might respond to future shifts in climate. Yet, the deep ocean faces unprecedented threats. Deep-sea mining targets, polymetallic nodules, rich in cobalt, nickel, and rare earth metals, posing risks to fragile ecosystems. Pollution, including microplastics, reaches even the most remote trenches, infiltrating food webs. Climate change alters ocean circulation, oxygen levels, and the distribution of nutrients, affecting life hundreds of kilometers below the surface. Conservation of these unseen realms is both a scientific and ethical imperative. One of the most intriguing mysteries of the deep is the potential for intelligence and complex behavior among its inhabitants. Giant squid display hunting strategies that hint at advanced sensory perception. Octopuses and other cephalopods navigate and solve problems in ways that suggest a sophistication previously attributed only to terrestrial animals. These behaviors invite questions about the boundaries of intelligence and adaptation in extreme environments. Our future of deep-sea exploration depends not only on technology but on international cooperation and responsible stewardship. Marine protected areas, sustainable resource management, and continued scientific research are essential to preserve these hidden worlds. The deep ocean is not merely a place of study, it is a shared heritage of humankind, holding secrets that may redefine biology, ecology, and even our understanding of life itself. As humanity peers deeper into the abyss, we are reminded of the profound interconnectedness between the ocean and life on Earth. The mysteries of the deep are a mirror to our curiosity, resilience, and imagination. They beckon explorers, scientists, and dreamers to venture further, to question assumptions, and to celebrate the awe-inspiring diversity of a world that exists largely beyond our sight, but at the very heart of our planet's survival. As our journey through the vast, uncharted depths of the ocean draws to a close, we are left with a profound sense of wonder and humility. The deep sea is not merely a physical space, it is a living testament to the resilience of life, a realm where evolution has crafted forms and behaviors both astonishing and enigmatic. Every shadowed canyon, every hydrothermal vent, every creature that glides in darkness is a reminder of how much remains unseen, unknown, and waiting for discovery. In exploring the abyss, we confront not only the limits of our technology, but the limits of our imagination. The ocean challenges us to think differently about life itself, to question our assumptions about intelligence, adaptation, and survival. The alien landscapes and extraordinary creatures we have encountered are mirrors of the creativity inherent in nature, revealing ecosystems sustained without sunlight, thriving in conditions that would seem impossible on land. Yet, the deep ocean is fragile. Human activity, mining, pollution, climate change, threatens to alter or destroy habitats that have remained stable for millions of years. Our understanding of these depths is still in its infancy, yet the choices we make today will determine whether future generations can experience the same wonder we have glimpsed. Conservation is no longer optional. It is a responsibility, a pact between humanity and the hidden worlds we share. The deep ocean also teaches us patience, perseverance, and curiosity. Each expedition is a reminder that knowledge comes slowly, built upon meticulous observation, careful study, and a reverence for the unknown. For every species cataloged, for every trench mapped, countless mysteries remain, some perhaps forever beyond our reach. But in that challenge lies the beauty of exploration, the spark that drives humanity to peer into darkness, to illuminate the unseen, and to celebrate life in its most extraordinary forms. As we leave the abyss behind, we carry with us the lessons of resilience, adaptation, and interconnectedness. The ocean's depths remind us that life is far more diverse and ingenious than we often imagine. They call us to respect, protect, and cherish the planet that sustains us, from its highest peaks to its deepest trenches. And so the story of the deep ocean continues, unfolding with every descent of a submersible, every flash of bioluminescence, and every discovery yet to come. It is a story that transcends borders, languages, and generations, a narrative of curiosity, courage, and the enduring human spirit to explore. This is the Wonder Lab, inviting you to continue the journey, to remain curious, and to never stop seeking the extraordinary, both in the world around us and within the hidden realms beneath the waves. Because the world beneath the waves is as limitless as our curiosity.